Please welcome from Odessa, Ukraine, the 1992 Olympic gold medalist, our first competitor, Viktor Petrenko.
Again, a technical program modeled roughly on an Olympic-style format. Viktor, now a part-time resident of the United States, and a part of his westernization, he's grown fond of Western music. So he's chosen to skate to a pre-rock and roll piece from the 50s called Cherry Pink, Apple Blossom White. And he is representing a participant in a dance contest, thus the number 21 on his back.
Viktor has planned 2 triple axles for this technical program. Which stretched the rules a little bit. The organizers of the competition didn't want anything repeated, but Viktor said, okay, the first triple axle pass has to be my combination. And here it is. Triple axle, a little close to the ice, but still nicely delivered. There might have been a 2-foot there. If so, minor deduction. Here would be the second triple axle. And he pulls it off! That is huge. He has not done that in any practice.
My judges scoring 6.0, 2 marks. And this is team competition. Though Boitano and Petrenko, of course, have competed many times. They've met in competition 15 times, and Viktor has won only on 3 occasions. One more point about the marks. They'll be averaged together, and only after all 4 men have completed their technical programs will the scores be announced, and they will be accumulative scores.
Last jump, the easiest one, a double axle. And a final death drop. Kurt Browning couldn't have asked Viktor Petrenko for any more than that. Great job.
Well, that gets the world team off to a decent start. 25-year-old Viktor Petrenko. Just 9 months ago when we saw both Boitano and Petrenko along with Browning falter in the technical program at the Olympic Games. There's his longtime coach and mother-in-law, Galina Smievskaya.
Let's take a look at how Viktor put together these 8 required elements. Here's a list of his program right here. Well, let me see. He did that. No deductions. If anything, right here, this triple axle double toe could have cost him. Take a look for the landing on the way down. He had great air position, great height here. He's in the air, not as high as he normally does it, just a 2-foot there. It's probably going to be a 10th or 2. But all in all, 2 triple axles in a short program. Strong. So look here, triple axle. Might have been a slight rake on the second triple axle too, but that's far away from the judges. They didn't have as good a view of that as they did the first one.
Kristi Yamaguchi.
She did skate such a brilliant program in Albertville in February of '92. Now for her technical program, this is a piece called Doop Doop. The artist is Dupe. And the title of the album, I know you're not going to be shocked by this. Dupe.
This shows a brand new side of Kristi Yamaguchi, one that uses a lot of humor. Opening move right here, a triple Lutz and a double toe loop. Triple Lutz, double toe loop. Difficult move, a triple toe loop. No problem.
I think they liked it. Paul, Wylie, Brian, Boitano, her teammates. Kristi's mom, Carol, has made the trek east from Fremont, California to watch her daughter compete. And compete she did.
I have never seen that program and not smiled throughout the entire thing. She has developed so much as a professional, and her technical skills are as good as they've ever been.
Well, you have toured with her, Scott, now for what, 3 years since she won that gold medal?
Watch this triple Lutz. There's just no doubt. She's so confident. She's in such great shape. Easy. 3 turns, reaches back, and just taps for an ace double toe loop. And I always consider a spiral sequence to be a joke, and well, so does Kristi. Well, how long do I have to hold this thing? Well, I'll hold it a little bit longer so the judges don't give me a deduction. You're tired at the end of your program. You've got to do a triple out of steps. She steps forward, just taps for a triple toe. Look at the height, the air position so tight. 1 foot easy.
That home in Simsbury, Connecticut. Victor Petrenko is first.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 1994 Olympic gold medalist Victor Petrenko.
Victor has chosen to skate his artistic program tonight to a traditional Spanish song, Malagueña, and it will be performed by one of the great Spanish artists, Placido Domingo.
This program is billed as an artistic program, but Victor has loaded this program with very difficult technical moves, and his opening one is the most difficult, triple axel. Beautiful triple axel double toe loop combination. Better than the two he did on Wednesday night. The next most difficult jump to a triple axel is a triple Lutz. It's coming right here. He'll vault with his right foot, and he doubles it. It's a little bit rushed. But he landed it safely. This particular portion of the competition is being held in theatrical lighting. Victor was a little concerned about this, so the next two jumps could be doubles. The first one he's planned is a triple flip. Triple flip, a little 2-foot, a little turnout. It'll be interesting to see if he now does the triple loop. Tilted out again. Jump here, triple sack, and he hangs onto it.
His teammate Oksana Baiul gives her approval. His wife Nina is also here, as of course is his coach and mother-in-law Galina Smievskaya. They're all part of Team Ukraine now. Located about an hour and a half just outside of Hartford, Connecticut in Simsbury, where a brand new ice skating center has been built. Not only Victor and Nina Petrenko and Oksana Baiul, but the Katerina and Sergei Gordiev and Grinkov are there as well.
Opening jump always sets the pace. Triple axel, look at the height. Huge, better than both the ones he did in the technical program. Double toe loop to cap it off. Little teammate praying there, and please, please, please.
Please welcome now 1992 Olympic silver medalist for Team USA, Paul Wylie.
Paul, of course, had to travel down here less than an hour from his home in Harvard. He's chosen to skate to two songs composed by John Williams. The music from Schindler's List and then Carlito's Way. Costume in Hebrew, the two words, never again.
This type of program really suits Paul. It's so dramatic. And when he's on, so athletic. Opening move, a spiral into triple flip.
This music from Schindler's List is being performed by the Boston Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Seiji Ozawa. The soloist is Itzhak Perlman. About 3 weeks ago, Paul had a chance to watch Itzhak Perlman and the Boston Symphony perform this in Carnegie Hall.
Triple Lutz coming up here. And he fights for that landing all the way.
Really wonderful. Paul Wylie, despite his silver medal in '92, never a United States national champion. His best was 2 seconds. But my, how he has capitalized and built a career since that silver medal. He's won 7 events as a professional.
The quality of a great artistic performance is you never have to leave the ice, but Paul Wylie did on this triple flip. Good air position, good height, perfectly backwards in a nice landing position. His former training mate, Nancy Kerrigan.
9 months ago, the eyes of the world focused on Lillehammer, Norway, and the 17th Olympic Winter Games. And nowhere was the spotlight brighter than on 2 of figure skating's biggest names, the United States' Brian Boitano and Canada's Kurt Browning. An Olympic gold medalist in 1988, Boitano had returned from the professional ranks to reclaim his position as the world's best male skater. Perhaps the most dangerous skater standing in his way was 4-time world champion Browning, still looking for his first Olympic gold. It looked like a battle for the ages.
It was such a great setup. Boitano skates first, Browning skates last. And there was such a beautiful potential for a great memory. And we kind of blew it up in smoke.
In the technical program, Boitano attempted his triple axel double toe loop combination, a jump he'd landed thousands of times before. A stunned Boitano looked on in dismay as his dream for more gold slipped away. The door was now open for Browning. Skating last, the world champion let an unbelievable opportunity slip when he fell victim to the pressure. Visibly shaken, Browning knew his Olympic dreams would never be realized.
I guess the Olympics are just not my thing. The Olympics wasn't, you know, the top of the mountain for my career, that's for sure. It was a changing point in my life, more than a changing point in my figure skating life, and I think I learned a lot about myself. So it's easier for me to let go of a failure, where I think that Brian will hold on to it personally a lot longer.
Looking back at that Olympic experience in Lillehammer was very difficult for me. I don't like to talk about it because although I do feel it was a learning experience and that I grew from it and I became a better skater from it, the mistake that I made in the short was a difficult experience for me. And I came away having a difficult time knowing that I made that mistake.
Like true champions, both Boitano and Browning fulfilled expectations in the free skate, leaving everyone, including themselves, wondering what might have been.
There's going to be moments the rest of my life where I go, you know, why didn't the Olympic light shine on me? And I've had some pretty big moments in my life, but I thought that night was going to be the biggest. I missed the big fight. That would have been great.
For one of the world's most grateful skaters, it is but the latest in a series of inelegant positions in which she's found herself. It can make you wonder, what if? What if, on the night of February 25th, 1994, the script had been altered, say by 1/10 of 1 point?
I started when I was 6. I skate, you know, that's what I do. It's different because my job is on TV and I get seen by people all over the world. I mean, I had no idea that could ever happen when I was a kid.
18 years of skating had come down to one decisive hour for Nancy Kerrigan. With the whole world watching, the rest of her life would be judged by her performance on and off the ice at the Winter Olympic Games of Lillehammer. What happened on the ice that night is still a matter of great debate 9 months later.
I honestly thought, and I think that you can say this without hurting Oksana, but I thought on that night that Nancy had won by that much.
I would have chosen Oksana. I think the right skater did win.
Of course, I was there to watch them, and they were both absolutely wonderful. And I would have decided that Nancy was the winner.
To watch Oksana out there, I love her skating, and I think she definitely deserved to be the Olympic champion.
On the ice, representing the United States of America, Nancy Kerrigan.
What can't be disputed is that Nancy Kerrigan delivered the performance of her life under the Olympic spotlight, only 8 weeks after the infamous attack in Detroit. Brimming with newfound confidence, she mastered a technically difficult program that included a triple-triple combination. Nancy Kerrigan was having the time of her life in front of the entire world.
I was having a lot of fun, and I don't know, it was the best I could have done. I had a great time on the ice that night.
We honestly thought she couldn't be beaten. Didn't matter what Oksana did, because we knew we had more content.
The judges were impressed, but there was still room for a challenge. Nancy's mother, Brenda, sensed the danger. Now it was left to Oksana Baiul. By draw, the 16-year-old Ukrainian orphan had to skate in Kerrigan's wake. She quickly composed herself and began a dazzling routine. Moving with emotion, Baiul pranced her way around the ice. But there were slight technical flaws. Baiul two-footed this triple flip, for example. Realizing she needed to land a triple toe loop, she spontaneously threw one in near the end of her program. But super slow-motion replays now reveal she two-footed this jump as well. Then, with seconds left, she tenuously held on to this simple double-double combination.
We saw her error, and we were even more certain. When the marks came up, we were flabbergasted.
Baiul had won the gold by 1/10 of 1 point, the closest margin in Olympic figure skating history.
I was a little shocked, I think, because I felt like I skated great. You know, it felt like, God, I couldn't have done any better than that. I can't believe I actually did it here. But, so I was surprised, but I don't know. You know, when you're 10 years old and you start competing, it's not against a clock. It's someone's opinion. So they didn't like me or something.
The judges had been deadlocked 4-4. For 20 seconds, everyone waited for the deciding vote from former East German skater Jan Hoffmann. Then came Hoffmann's decision, which gave the gold to Baiul.
It was the closest competition ever, that is clear. And the most important one for me as a judge. And I must say, the hardest decision of my career.
Hoffmann's score for artistic impression had sunk Nancy Kerrigan. Ironically, Hoffmann had been in Kerrigan's position at the 1980 Lake Placid Olympics. He lost the gold medal by less than 3/10 of a point because of lower artistic marks. At his home in Dresden, Hoffmann recently watched Kerrigan and Baiul's programs for the first time since Lillehammer.
With Oksana, I still have the feeling that her program came from within. She has this artistic charisma. She lives with the music. Nancy also made very beautiful movements. She presented herself in a beautiful way. But I had the feeling it was programmed. It did not come from within. It was a little cool.
Unfortunately for Kerrigan, she's remembered as much for what happened next backstage as she is for her terrific skating. Already disappointed by her narrow loss, she was forced to wait 26 minutes for the awards ceremony to begin. The reason? Organizers couldn't find a copy of the Ukrainian anthem. As her feet cramped inside her boots, she and bronze medalist Chen Lu waited and waited.
What are we waiting for, do you know?
I have no idea.
Finally, someone mistakenly told her the holdup was because Baiul was in the dressing room putting on makeup.
Oh, makeup. So she's going to get out here and pray again. It's different.
I would ask you now, do you feel that you were treated unfairly by the network?
Well, yeah. Do you really want that on your interview?
I think it's your chance. I think it's your chance to explain why you feel that way.
I do think I was treated a little bit unfairly about that comment because it's definitely was taken without knowing me or who I am. I've spoken back to my grandmother once in my life about telling me not to cry, and I said, don't tell me not to cry, I need to cry. So I would never think that's a bad thing. You look at Olympians that stand on that podium every time there's an Olympic Games in every sport, and you see tears, whether their eyes just fill up or they drop down their cheeks. They're very emotional, and there's no way I could ever find fault with it. Sorry.
I think what CBS wound up showing was a side of Nancy that all of us have known for a long time, and obviously nobody had the temerity to report that in the run-up to the Olympics because you would have been seen as bashing somebody who'd already been bashed.
She's an honest person. To a fault. She's unhappy, you're going to know it. And if she's happy, you're going to know it.
To be fair, Kerrigan did embrace Baiul.
Congratulations. Oh, you're caught on me again. Thank you.
But one comment had stood out. Her public image only worsened over the weekend As other athletes marched in the closing ceremony, Nancy was in Orlando in the middle of a Disney parade. What people didn't realize is that Norwegian security had asked her not to attend the closing ceremony.
And they said, we cannot provide security for her. And she had had death threats. And I think 3 by then. And they said, you can't let her go.
Kerrigan walked off the plane and into the Disney parade with no sleep. She argued with her mother about whether to wear the silver medal. It appeared instead that she was giving the back of her hand to an American icon, Mickey Mouse.
In retrospect, if there was one thing that we could have done maybe a little bit differently, it would have been probably to wait one day on that Disney parade.
That was a giant mistake. And she was exhausted. And, you know, that was not a cool move, and that hurt her.
The guy says, hey, Nancy Kerrigan, you just won the Olympic silver medal for figure skating. What are you going to do now? And Nancy Kerrigan says, I'm going to Disney World. Damn.
The media quickly piled on.
Well, the press built me up to some, like, thing that you just can't, no one can live up to. I mean, nobody's perfect.
And it's amazing what a difference 1/10 of 1% can make from one judge, but none of what we're talking about here happens. She doesn't say what she says behind the scenes. They have, presumably, the United States national anthem sitting there ready to go. There's not a delay for the awards ceremony. She goes out, everybody's all excited. Everybody remembers and says, this is unbelievable that she came from where she was on January 6th to where she was on February 26th, and she won the gold medal. She's the biggest hero of all time.
She might not have gotten the gold, but she did, to me, things much bigger than the gold. And I hope she never loses sight of that, because what she faced and overcame, I think, was bigger than gold medals.
One week ago, tabloids made public her romantic relationship with her agent, Jerry Solomon. The story then picked up by the mainstream media, with Solomon denying the relationship had anything to do with his impending divorce. She turned 17 in 4 days, which means she's been busy taking driving lessons.
Galina, is Oksana a good driver?
Super good driver.
The Moscow Circus gave Oksana some driving lessons as well, and a driving license. The rules are a little looser back there. She was only 16 and had never been behind the wheel in a car. That's fair warning for the natives of Simsbury, Connecticut.
Clear the ice and prepare for competition.
And Oksana Baiul will be the first.
Please welcome now 1994 Olympic gold medalist Oksana Baiul.
It's going to be a test for the knee and the nerves. Neither one quite 17. She skates to the music of Leon Minkus. This is called Paquita.
Speed now for a triple Lutz. She doubled this in the technical program. Not this time. Slight 2-foot on the landing there. Whenever she's a little nervous, she has a tendency to put the left foot down. longer.
If Oksana Baiul seems to be growing on you, she is. 2 inches since Lillehammer. She's now 5'3".
She meant to do a triple loop there, a little step out and a double. She was trying to do what she did at the Olympic Games, put more elements in to try to load up on the technical score.
Well, Oksana Baiul, and don't you know that somewhere in the back of her mind, Nancy Kerrigan is thinking, if only. Oksana seemed to be growing with that program and then had some problems.
Oksana, when she's nervous, has a tendency to put the left foot down in the landings just to be safe, just to make sure. She's more than a skater. She brings so much more to this sport than just triples and spins. Her presentation, her artistry, her maturity, her sophistication, and she never gives up on a performance.